Hello, everyone. Welcome to week 4. We've got a holiday week mashed in here, so I'm probably going to open this content a little bit early to give you maximum flexibility as we go into peer editing for our papers this week. Hopefully the writing process has been a good one for you, and this peer editing this week should allow you to improve your papers a little bit more before I take a final look at them when I go through the grading process. So I just wanted to walk you through a couple things related to what we have going on this week. Aside from the regular discussion board post, you're going to be doing peer editing. So let me go ahead and share my screen. Okay, so when we look at our regular content folder, scroll down and you'll click on the week 4 content. You'll see this is the link for peer editing, and there's a peer editing form that I want you to use. That looks like this. So as you are reading through the paper that you're assigned, and we'll get to like how you'll know whose paper you're reading in a minute, you're going to type the information in here. Everywhere it says like type, that's where you're putting your responses. So in the introduction, does the introduction provide ample justification for the thesis? What is the thesis? If you can't tell what the thesis is for the paper that you are writing, go ahead and put that in the comments. It needs to be clear. That's the purpose for this paper. So use of evidence, main ideas supported by sound evidence. Are the sources trustworthy? Meaning they shouldn't be like wiki links or things like that. It should be decently appropriate web links or materials. So as you scroll down, you'll see content about design and organization, the flow of the paper. What do you recommend to improve the organization? Is it interdisciplinary? This is the biggest thing and the thing that most students struggle with. Both disciplines need to be present and they need to be intertwined. So in each paragraph, you should see evidence of both of the disciplines that are being addressed in the paper, as well as some information related to sport and technology. Those are the two ancillary things that kind of sit out there on the side. Effective transitions from paragraph to paragraph. Are the main ideas aligned with the thesis statement? And then APA style, the OWL, OWL site, if you Google OWL APA, it'll bring you right to the site for proper APA format. If there's issues with APA, go ahead and type those issues there. And then you'll see here, like you'll get a chance to assess excellent, very good, satisfactory, fair, or poor for all of these different types of things that we've kind of talked about above this. Sorry, my dogs are barking at each other. Figures. And then this last question, if your paper is a 5, meaning it's a good paper, how does the present paper relate to that? So like if yours is middle of the road and adequate, is this paper better than yours or worse than yours? Give some a chance to rate that. And then the comments, additional comments and concerns would be listed here at the bottom. That's the peer editing form, and you will fill that out for the paper that you are assigned to. You will drop this in 2 spots. First spot is back to this link right here. So you'll drop that for me so I can see what comments you had related to that paper. Just a quick note before I show you the groups and things like that. When you click on these weekly readings and videos, one of the things that you need to make sure you're doing is as you're responding to the discussion board post, I'm not even that picky about how you cite things. I prefer APA because that's what I use in my exercise science world. But as long as you're referring back to the videos, I will give you credit for supporting your thoughts. So you don't have to dig too hard to try to find like the author, the year. If you can't find it, put the name of the article that you're taking the content from and just respond that way. It mostly is just for me to hold you accountable that you're actually looking at and paying attention to this content that I'm posting. So you'll see there's a bunch of things about sport analytics. I think this is a really fascinating topic. And so hopefully you will find that too. The first part of this has to do with Moneyball. And if you haven't seen that movie, it's worth trying to find a copy of that through whatever streaming platform and watching it. It's one of my most favorite movies. Okay, so back to our paper stuff. This isn't visible to you right now, but it will be by the time you're looking at this video. But if you click on the groups tab, it'll be right under paper information. Going to click under groups, and you're going to click down here where it says paper number 1, peer editing, and you will see I gave you a little bit of more detail. This needs to be uploaded. So your draft, you guys will upload your own drafts no later than the end of the day tomorrow, Monday, 6/27. And then it'll be, you need to deliver feedback back to your partner no later than the end of the day, Saturday, July 2nd. So what I said here is you need to provide critical feedback to them. That's how we get better at this writing process. And it is not the best if you just say, oh, it was fine, and don't really give anything that that person can work on. Because part of the component of turning in the next paper will be a little section on what you did to improve your paper based on the peer feedback. And if your peer didn't give you much feedback, that's going to make it harder. So make sure you do that for whoever paper you are reading. Okay, so here's another copy of the peer editing form right here. You can click on that. And then here are our pairings for paper number 1. I just simply went in alphabetical order. So you will be exchanging papers with the person you are listed with. So for example, Quinn and Nolan at NIP will be exchanging papers. They will be reading each other's. And what you will do, if you scroll all the way down here, under group tools, you will see file exchange. And you are going to click on that. And then what you can do is go ahead and add your file. Up here, you click add file. That's where you will add, so your name, I would maybe put your last name and paper number 1 there. You'll attach the file and then hit submit, and then it will show in that file exchange. And that's where you will go to find your partner's materials. Once you have read the paper, that's also where you will put back the peer editing form so that they can then download it and see what comments you have made. So when you finish reading this paper, you will need to put the peer editing form both here and to the Dropbox link through our week 4 content page. One spot so I can give you a grade, and one spot so that your peer can see the feedback. So be very diligent about uploading your paper by the end of the day on Monday, and then your feedback for whatever paper you're reading by the end of the day, Saturday. I know it's a holiday weekend. I probably will try to also open next week's content a little bit early so that you can get a jump start on that, since we have a holiday kind of in the mix and a lot of people are traveling and have things going on. So if you did a decent job with the first part of the game, or the first part of the paper, then this should be an easy spot to go ahead and make that feedback and those changes. If you have questions, again, just let me know. I'm happy to help answer questions. Hopefully you will have a good rest of the week. Enjoying summer and some of the best things about summer. I'm going to try to get in a round of golf today if I can. The weather's been great today so far. So I hope you're having a good week so far, and I will talk to you soon.